Speak Norwegian. Learning how to speak Norwegian should not be too hard to accomplish, especially if you already know how to speak English, Dutch, or German. Just like all of these languages, Norwegian is a Germanic language, so its grammar is relatively similar to that of English and German. For example, Norwegian adjectives are also placed before the noun they describe, just like in English. However, if you really want to be fluent in speaking Norwegian, you have to consider the diversity of the said language because of the geography of Norway. Since the said country is narrow and long at the same time, there are different dialects all over it. As a matter of fact, there is no standard way of speaking Norwegian. In terms of the standard written form in Norwegian, there are two variations, namely, Nynorsk and Bokmål. The difference between the two is small, but it matters greatly to the people of Norway. Here is how you can speak Norwegian. Learning the basics in Norwegian should come first. You can start by learning some of the basic regular greetings and expressions. In foresight, you may be surprised to see similarities in the vocabularies between English and Norwegian. For example, saying hi and hello in English is hello and hey in Norwegian, respectively. In most language courses, the lesson usually starts with self-introduction. To introduce yourself, you can say "my name is" by saying "jeg heter" instead. If you want to ask a Norwegian friend if he is alright, you can ask "how are you" by saying "hvordan går det." If you want to be excused, you can say "unskilled." If you want to apologize, say "beklager." If a Norwegian asks "hvor kommer du fra," which is "where are you from," in English, you can answer "jeg kommer fra," which is Norwegian for "I come from." You can say goodbye by saying "har det bra." Search for online resources to help you in the learning process. The Internet is a very powerful tool that you can readily exploit. There are numerous websites available that teaches how to speak Norwegian. Some websites offer pronunciation exercises and tests. This is important if you truly want to speak Norwegian fluently. There are also a lot of online videos that you can watch and listen to in order to familiarize yourself with the Norwegian sound and accent. Look for Norwegian grammar books in the library or in bookstores. Make sure that you buy a grammar book that suits your level. Buy a grammar book for beginners if you are still new to the language. Try to visit a store that sells language books so that you will be able to have more options. If you don't have money to buy a book, you can visit the library instead. Familiarize yourself with the sound. Watch movies and listen to songs in Norwegian for you to know the sounds and how they pronounce the words. You can also try to repeat the movie lines and try to copy the accent and the sound. Make sure you say the words out loud so that you can also correct yourself. Talk to a Norwegian. Nobody can teach you better than a native speaker. Don't be shy and try to make the most out of each opportunity to talk to a native speaker. Learning a new language can be very difficult if you do not know where to turn to for help. Do not give up easily.